One win against the 3-7 Indiana Hoosiers. That's all the Buckeyes need to clinch their second straight appearance in the Big Ten championship game. And while that seems as if it may be an easy task with Indiana struggling for most of this year, the Buckeyes have one singular focus on what's directly in front of them.
It's a Big Ten football team, and if someone slips up, so you can't do that. You got to focus on what's important now, which is Indiana and beating Indiana.
We can't get complacent as a team. We can't overlook anybody because, like I said, at any day and time, anybody can be beaten. So we have to just stick together and just keep focusing and keep getting better each and every week.
Following back-to-back wins on the road against top 25 Big Ten opponents, the Buckeyes return home to Columbus with a better sense of who they are as a football team. And Urban Meyer seems to think he knows what JT Barrett is after a record-setting performance against the Golden Gophers.
I don't know if my endorsement matters, but I do statistically. Been fortunate to coach some guys who've been to New York, and he's a Heisman candidate.
While the takeaways from Minnesota were mostly positive, some of the players and coaches seemed a bit irked at the backlash from Ohio State fans against freshman H-back Jalen Marshall, whose fumbles on Sunday allowed Minnesota to keep the game close.
It's more a young kid that then has to face the social media backlash and the hypothetical fans that want to say just absolutely derogatory things on a 19-year-old. That's the stuff that's hard for him to overcome, I think. But he's been great. I mean, he's had a great mentality. He had a great practice on Sunday, so I think he's going to be fine.
You think about, okay, he dropped a couple punts, or you might have fumbled the ball twice, but 2 weeks ago everybody loved him because he was scoring. That's not cool to me. I mean, just to be honest.
Some of that stuff, especially coming from Ohio State fans, that's unacceptable. Put yourself in his shoes and be out there in the cold trying perform at this level. It's not easy. People think it's easy. No, we work our tails off to try and be good at what we do, and people say that stuff get out of here, man. What are you talking about?
Meyer doesn't seem to think, however, that taking Marshall away from the ball will be beneficial.
Jalen had a tough game, but we haven't lost confidence in Jalen. We don't do that here. If you don't play hard, that's a whole different animal. But if you play hard, make mistakes, you just got to fix it, and he's going to, work on a lot of things this week to get himself better.
Looking ahead to Saturday, the Indiana Hoosiers and running back Tevin Coleman will head to Columbus. But despite the incredible numbers on the ground for the junior, Meyer and the Buckeyes seem confident in their ability to limit his effectiveness.
We're facing one of the best rush teams, certainly in the Big Ten, and we're just I think we're comfortable with the style of defense we're playing to go play Indiana and stop that or limit that run offense.
Is there a goal for the defense?
Less than 100.
Less than 100?
That's each and every week. I get mad if it's over 100.
With another Big Ten championship appearance so close, Smith and Meyer seem to believe that the coming weeks will be the culmination of everything the team has worked for since August.
But that's why we wake up in the morning and brush our teeth and do what we do. I mean, that's been the ultimate goal, the number one goal. The thing we had to do was get back there and win a championship for this university.
We wake up every day to compete for championships in November. It's at the doorstep now. They've done a good job getting us there. And if you would have told us after week 2 that this would all start to materialize, I think we just keep doing what we're doing, and that's get better each week. We are lights out much better football team than we were at the beginning of the season.
As for Ohio State's college football playoff chances, Meyer doesn't seem to know much.
I just don't know. I'd make the comment that we're 1 win away from representing the East in the Big Ten championship game, because I do know that.
The Buckeyes will learn of their latest college football playoff ranking on Tuesday night before they take on Indiana at noon on Saturday from Ohio Stadium. Until then, for Lantern TV, I'm Hayden Grove.